Welcome to Sailing Amoray. I'm Janelle, and this is John, and this is our daughter Adaline. We are just an ordinary family showing you that you can make your dreams come true.
We said goodbye to our life on land, and we are now sailing our 43-foot yacht, Amoray. Join us as we set sail on our journey, discovering what the beautiful world has to offer.
Don't forget to subscribe so you can follow along in our adventures.
Kid loves it.
Hello Adaline. Are you coming to say hello to everyone? Can you wave?
Right to the camera.
How do you wave? We left Magnetic Island this morning at Horseshoe Bay after, how long? I don't know, I reckon we got to Townsville like 3 weeks ago. So while we were in Townsville, we kind of went there to see if we were going to leave our boat there over the summer for cyclone season. Long story short, we decided not to. So yeah, we left at about 4 a.m. this morning. It's about like 120 nautical miles down to the Whitsundays. So usually like there's a few little stops along the way, Cape Bowling Green and Cape Upstart. We stayed at Cape Upstart on the way up, and actually wasn't too bad, even though all the reports said it was quite a rolly anchorage. But we were going to stay there tonight just to break it up a little bit, but it is just a lake out here. So we're going to do an overnighter, and it's just going to be a glass out tomorrow as well. So we thought we'd make the most of this insane weather and go to Bait Reef. So we'll probably just we'll get there tonight. So there is a visitor's mooring outside of the reef. So that's us. Nothing really interesting going on today, other than lots of very smooth sailing. We did have to motor for most of the way because I don't think the wind kind of got over 5 knots, but we turned the engine off about half an hour ago. And Skipper, what's happening now?
We're sailing, 10 knots of wind, we're doing 6 knots, and it's just flat.
It's
flat
insane.
weather sailing.
Okay, so this is about the 10th time I've attempted to record this. Welcome to Bait Reef. We're all a little bit short this morning because we didn't get to bed till like 3, and then Adaline started lifting our eyelids at 5:30 a.m. this morning, so we didn't have much sleep. But yeah, so we left Magnetic Island at 4 a.m. yesterday, and we were planning on stopping at Cape Upstart, but the conditions were just stunning, so we decided to keep going. We kind of regretted it at midnight. Oh, instant regret. But this is what we need to do to practice to head offshore next week. I wish next year. Hopefully if the borders open and we head overseas, we'll have a lot more overnighters to come. So it's always learning how to manage it with us two, learning how to manage it with Adaline. She slept really good, but yeah, as I said, we didn't get much sleep. So because we arrived at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, they have like a visitor's mooring on the outside of the lagoon. So we just moored up to that and then came inside the lagoon this morning when we could see a little bit better, because there's lots of reef around. Even coming in late last night, wouldn't recommend it. It was low tide, we could see reef just poking out of the water, and the mooring is right there. But thankfully, like, I was just up the front with the torch and we spotted the mooring and we headed straight to it and we got it, and there were no dramas. So here we are.
So what are you about to do?
Well, we just met Carol and John over on the cat over there, and they were diving this morning, and they're going diving again, and I'm going with them. So we have just arrived at Hazelwood Island. This anchorage is called Chalkies, I think. We've been here before in the past, but I think this is the nicest that it's been since we've ever been here. So I've just pulled up to a mooring and Adaline's asleep. So the beach is just beautiful. So I'm sure we're going to go for a swim and a run around soon. So we're technically have started our voyage south. So Chalkies is kind of just down near, well, I guess across from Whitehaven.
Actually, folks, that's Whitehaven right in the background.
So the winds are meant to be pretty light except for Thursday, Friday. The northerlies kick in on the weekend, otherwise we've just got easterlies, which that's still alright to get home, but we're not in any rush. We've got 5 weeks until our berth is available, so we're just going to make the most of this beautiful scenery and slowly make our way down. Okay people, would love to hear your advice on what you do, males in particular, females if you know anything, on what do you do to stop your mask leaking. So, I got told the other day to shave this part.
The moustache part.
So he did it and it worked a treat, but it was so gross, so he had to shave the rest of this, which I don't like. I like it when there's a little bit of stubble going on. So we need an alternative to shaving the mow. Hit us in the comments below with your tips and tricks.
And if you haven't already, like and subscribe our channel. What? You can keep up with what we're doing, and we can show you this coastline until COVID clears and we head offshore. Yeah, we'll keep you tuned.
So this is what we do when our baby girl Adaline is asleep. She's always asleep when we turn up to the nicest places and just want to get in the water. Actually, she's been asleep for nearly 2 hours. I'm going to have to wake her up. And I know they say never wake a sleeping baby, but I don't know, does that count when they're toddlers? Because if she sleeps longer than 2 hours, I can guarantee you she is not sleeping tonight. So we're about to go wake her up and then go for a swim.
Here we are after a good night's sleep at Hazelwood Island. Probably pretty underestimated, but it's opposite Whitehaven Beach. Still got the same sand, just beautiful. Just beautiful. What do you reckon? Adaline, is it good? Yeah?
You love swimming here, don't you? Hey? Come on! Come on! You can do it. You're nearly there. Woohoo! You made it! Are you ready to run down? Ah! Ah! Ah!
Taking in the view and Janelle's checking her messages.
I'm doing the Instagram for sailing Amoray.
Oh, and by the way, if anyone's trying to call me, they can't get hold of me because I washed my phone in salt water and it's buggered.
Why does this not surprise me? Why?
It's kind of nice just talking to a camera instead of talking to a phone.
You just talk to my phone instead.
Next time on Sailing Amoray, we explore and play on some new islands as we head south. I learn how not to climb a coconut tree, and Adaline, well, she decides that she's now old enough to drive the dinghy.
And this is what we've got to deal with.
She thinks that she can drive the boat.
Hey, can you see our boat? Where are we going?
Stop, start, doesn't watch where we're going.